Hello, I hope you're doing well. So today is still Thursday. After market has opened, Palantir is trading at around 186.44 right now, up roughly $5 on the day, which is about plus 2.75%. And before anything else, I want to give you the full context of what is happening today and certain separate things I want us to understand well. And today I will cover the following. First, what the Maven Smart System news actually means and why it matters more than the headline suggests. Second, why today's volume is sending a very specific signal that most people are missing. And third, what today being an options day means for price action and why it matters for how you read the moves. Fourth, the complete fundamental picture, and then the real option strategies with live numbers from the chain and how I'm thinking about positioning into next week. Now let me get into it right now. First, the Maven System, Smart System news. So the big story driving Palantir's upside today is coming from William Breyer. Analyst Louis Parma reiterated an outperform rating on Palantir this week and dropped a number that I think the market is only starting to digest. His analysis shows that Palantir's Maven Smart Systems MSS, the AI-powered military software platform, is on track to hit at least $1 billion in annual recurring revenue as its adoption by the Pentagon expands. That is not a small thing. Maven is already Palantir's largest contract overall, with revenue split across a number of government contracts. And the opportunity could grow even bigger. The Pentagon is seeking $2.3 billion for Maven and the Joint Fires Network, citing sustained investment in AI-enabled battlefield technologies. Parma also said the program appears to be heading towards formal program of record status. Now, for those of you who do not follow defense contracting closely, that's a big deal. Program of record means Maven would become a durable component of Pentagon's long-term procurement strategy rather than a patchwork of shorter-term contracts. And that's the kind of structural revenue durability that Wall Street pays up for. And look, this is not just a one-off headline. The timing matters. Palantir reported Q2 earnings on August 3rd, and numbers were genuinely staggering. Now, second, today's volume signal. Now, let me talk about today's volume because this is a signal that I think is being completely overlooked. Volume today is running at roughly 28 million shares. The 3-month average daily volume for Palantir is 43.2 million shares. Now that means today's volume is running at roughly 65% of the average. For every 100 shares that normally trade on an average day, only 65 are trading today. And here's why that matters specifically. When a stock rises nearly 3% on below average volume, that's not a massive institutional rotation. That's not every fund on the street piling in. What you're seeing is a focused move driven by a specific catalyst. The Maven 1 billion ARR surface on a day when volume is lighter than normal because it is the week of options expiration and many institutional desks are already positioned for the month. So the upside move is happening on conviction from analysts who are doing the work, not on broad-based speculative buying, and that actually makes the signal cleaner, not weaker. When a stock moves up on low volume with a specific fundamental catalyst, that move tends to have more staying power than a high volume move driven by momentum chasing. Again, speaking of the expiration, and that is the third thing happening today, and that matters for how you read the price action today. It's to August 27th. Options expire. Every option with today's expiration date is either expiring worthless or being exercised right now. So the current implied volatility on Palantir is sitting at around 52 to 55%, which is actually in the lower end of its recent range. The IV stock HV ratio is roughly 0.50, confirms that implied volatility is running well below realized volatility. That means options are relatively cheap right now rather than expensive, and that matters for how we think about positioning going in next week, which I'll get to in a moment. Now, the move we've seen this week from 172.73 close on Tuesday to 181 handle yesterday, and the continued strength to 186.44 today should be understood in the context of expiration mechanics mixing with the Maven catalyst, creating a price signal that is cleaner than it might otherwise appear. Now let me give you a complete fundamental picture because I want everyone watching this to understand exactly what kind of company we are talking about at this price level. We see the true to earnings report were extraordinary. Revenue came in at 1.94 billion, up 93% year over year, beating the consensus estimate of 1.81 billion. GAAP net income was 1.02 billion, and they closed 220 deals of at least 1 million and 73 deals of at least $10 million in a single quarter. The total contract value closed was 373 billion, up 49% year over year. Now, for context, at 186.44, with projected 2026 revenue of roughly 8.15 billion and earnings of roughly $1.60 per share, you're buying this company at a forward PE of roughly 116. Now that sounds expensive until you look at the growth. Revenue is growing at 82% this year. EPS is growing at nearly 114% year over year. So now also look, the revenue trajectory is accelerating, not decelerating. Now Wall Street knows all this. The consensus rating across 32 analysts is buy with an average price target of $191.68. So if you're enjoying this breakdown, please give us a like, share, and subscribe. Now coming to the option strategies with the live numbers, let me get into the option strategies. And I want to use the live chain data because you deserve actual numbers and not estimates. Now, one thing I want to flag before we get into specific specs and premiums today is near expiration day for the August front month chain. And that means the options you see expiring today are essentially at their last breath. And trading strategies using today's expiration are not realistic for most investors. And what I want to walk you through are strategies using the September expiration, which is roughly 3 weeks out, and the October expiration, which gives you more time for the settings to play out. With Palantir's implied volatility sitting around 52 to 55% right now, which is actually in the lower end of its recent range, options premiums are relatively cheap, and when implied volatility is low relative to historic volatility, the IV stock HV ratio is around 0.50. That is actually an attractive environment to a buyer of premium rather than a seller. So this is the opposite of what we could see in other companies. So the first strategy is for those of you who want defined risk up exposure to the Maven thesis, the sovereign AI narrative, a bull call spread using the September-October expiration makes sense. Now, let me use the September 18th as an example. With Palantir at 186.44, you could buy the 185 call and sell the 210 call, both expiring September 18th. based on the current IV of roughly 53% and 22 days expiration, you are paying roughly $8.5 to $9.5 for that spread. Your maximum risk is $850 to $950 per contract. Your maximum gain is about $1,550, $1,650. If Palantir is trading above 210 by September expiration, that is roughly a 1.7 to 1 risk reward. And with the Maven 1 billion ARR Seth is building, the sovereign AI narrative accelerating, the next leg higher is the earnings report approaching in early November, and I think the probability of Palantir reaching 210 by mid-September is around 30-35%. So on a 1.7 to 1 payout, that is a positive expected value trade. Second strategy, for those of you who want to generate income while you wait for the thesis to play out, a cash secured put at the strike you are comfortable owning the stock at, with Palantir at 186.44 and IV at 53. The September 18th $165 put is showing premiums of roughly $3 to $4. So you collect $300 to $400 per contract. Your effective cost basis, if you get assigned the shares, is approximately $161 to $162, which is actually below the August 4th gap up level and well below where the stock was trading just 3 weeks ago. Monte Carlo simulation gives you roughly 78 to 82% probability the stock stays above 165 by September expiration. So capital required is $16,500 per contract. For position sizing, no more than 5 to 8% of your total portfolio. That means on a 100,000 account, you're looking at 1 to 2 contracts maximum. The third strategy, for those of you with a higher risk tolerance, you want to participate in the upside if the Maven program of record status gets confirmed. Consider a long call at the $190 strike expiring October 16th. With IV at 53% and 50 days to expiration, you are paying roughly $12 to $14 for that call, or $1,200 to $1,400 per contract. So your break-even is $202 to $204. The upside, if Palantir hits 230 by October, is roughly $12,600 to $2,800 per contract, a 2-to-1 payout on a trade that has a meaningful catalyst path. So keep this to 2 to 3% of portfolio maximum. More capital behind strategy 1 and 2 because the probabilities are higher. Less behind strategy 3 because it is more directional and requires specific catalyst timing. So my price targets and what to expect for Friday going into next week, the near term today and going into next week, I think we'll range between 183 and on the downside and 190 on the upside. The 184.50 area is the first real support level. The 118 to 190 zone is the immediate resistance, and given that we are at 186.44 with expiration day mechanics in full effects, I would not be surprised to see some pinning action around 185 and 187.50 strikes to the close tomorrow. So if we break above 190 on meaningful volume this afternoon or tomorrow, we could push towards 192 to 193. On the downside, 183 is the key level to hold, and that was the high from earlier this week and now acts as a support. Near term, going into next week, I think the range is 183 to 198, and the Maven 1 billion ARR thesis builds over the weekend as more analysts publish their Monday morning text. So medium term, end of Q3 into October, I'm looking at 200, 215. Long term, year end, I'm thinking through 220, 215. And my conviction right now is an 8/10, and I think today's price action is encouraging and understand that by a combination of a specific fundamental catalyst in Maven, below average volume on the upside move, options expiration mechanics, creating a clear signal, and a company growing revenue at 93% with 149% US commercial growth. That's not a momentum trade, that is a fundamental breakout that the market is slowly recognizing. So, what are your thoughts about the stock today? Please like, share, and subscribe. And remember to put God first in whatever you do. First, honor with Him that we can be overcomers. See you in the next video.